Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Top 7 at 7. I am your host, Virtual Kane. As you notice, I am without my headphones, and we have missed 2 days of shows. Yeah, that's right. I've been out on the move. I have been without my computer, and then once I did get my computer, my webcam was giving me problems. And as you can tell, I do not have my headphones with me either. So we're going to struggle through this as best we can. I appreciate the fact that you guys are coming back and that some of you have expressed, interest in seeing the show continue. So, without further ado, let us jump into the news. Looks like Kraft is withdrawing its offer to merge with Unilever. The U.S. food company Kraft Heinz withdrew its proposal for a $143 billion merger with a larger rival Unilever plc. The company said on Sunday, raising questions about whether Kraft could turn its focus to another target. Let's see. Trump administration mulls changes to trade deficit calculations. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration is mulling changes to how it calculates U.S. trade deficits in a way that would likely help bolster political arguments to renegotiate key trade deals, the Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday, citing people involved in the discussions. All right. Senators look to new sanctions against Iraq for missile development. The only new news on this is that now the Republicans are saying that Iran is trying to destabilize the Middle East. I think that's the what to take away from that story. Because everything that is in there has already been said before. Everybody's mad about, the missile testing. But now some Republican senators are saying that it's their attempt to destabilize the Middle East. Okay, now you're caught up. Trump administration drafts plans to raise asylum bar, speed deportations. The Department of Homeland Security has prepared new guidance for immigration agents aimed at speeding up deportations by denying asylum claims earlier in the process. So if you've got asylum already, enjoy it. If you're looking for it, good luck, guys. A year ago, Israel, Jordan, and Egypt secretly met for peace. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met secretly a year ago with the leaders of Egypt and Jordan in a failed attempt by the Obama administration to convene a wider regional summit on Israeli-Palestinian peace, Israelis Haaretz Daily said on Sunday. Sweden asks U.S. to explain Trump comment. The Swedish embassy in Washington has asked the U.S. State Department for an explanation of a comment made by President Donald Trump that suggested there may have been some sort of security incident in Sweden on Friday. Interesting. I would like to look into that. As you know, we did miss 2 days, and Friday was one of those days. It's terrible. Terrible. Trump's national security candidates promised autonomy. President Donald Trump's next pick for National Security Advisor will have autonomy over staffing and key decisions, the White House said on Sunday, as it scrambles to fill the post following the turbulent departure of Michael Flynn. Iraq launch full autonomy? Okay. All right. Let's see. Iraq launches offensive on last Islamic State stronghold in Mosul. Let's see. U.S.-backed Iraqi forces on Sunday launched a ground offensive to dislodge Islamic State militants from the western part of the city of Mosul and put an end to their ambitions for territorial rule in Iraq. It's glad to hear that Mosul is being protected. There's a lot of history in Mosul, a lot of artifacts and temples, shrines, or whatever you want to call them. Just a lot of culture and history there. And we've already heard what ISIS has done to other areas. So, I personally have been afraid that Mosul was going to be just another example of all of these awesome, places from history just being utterly desecrated. So, I guess for that reason, I say, I'm glad. Okay. So Trump's defense chief says Yeah, that's what it said. Trump's defense chief says has no problems with media. Eichen has problems with media. U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis on Sunday distanced himself from President Donald Trump's assessment of the media as the enemy of the American people, saying during his first trip to the Middle East that he had no problems with the press. Yeah. What's that word again? Equivocation? Like, okay, so he says during his first trip to the Middle East that he had no problems with the press. Did he, did he go to the Middle East and say that he had no problems with the press to them people over there? Or did he go over to the Middle East, not have any problems with their press, and is now reporting that he had no problems with their press? Do you guys see how some of these stories can just get completely twisted apart? Comment. Let me know what you think. Georgians rally for fair justice in broadcasters' court battle. Thousands of Georgians rallied on Sunday in the capital, Tbilisi, in support of the country's biggest independent television station, Rustavi 2, which is fighting court battles over its ownership. With a name like Rustavi 2, and knowing that Georgia has had history with Russia, shall we say, perhaps this is a Russian television station that they are trying to be all like, Russia, get out of it, you know? We're our own country, come on. We can make our own news. No, really, we can make our own news. Alright, guys. Yeah, some guy in Oregon is doing it. He's got his own channel. It's called the Daily Top 7 at 7. Why can't we do that, guys? Come on. Alright. So we're going to jump into our technology tweets of the day. SpaceX launches first private rocket from historic NASA pad, then sticks a landing. Awesome. Let's see. Saying we're a machine learning company is as meaningful as saying we're a database company. Everyone uses databases, so what else? That's an interesting way of looking at it. I don't know who Benedict Evans is, but it is quite an astute observation, and I'm glad he's not peddling anything. Let's see. Checking back to see what we did miss over the last 2 days. On this date in 1977, Shuttle Enterprise OV-101 takes her first flight. She stayed attached to the shuttle carrier aircraft for the first 8 flights. Wow. And anything else from the past we need to know about? No, basically just the SpaceX. That seems to be the only thing that is really going on. So that is pretty cool, though. I'm glad to see that people are starting to make advances in forcefully misleading the country and the rest of the world into thinking that we live in a heliocentric environment when in fact it's quite the opposite. So I just say, if you are going to do something, do it wholeheartedly, and it really seems like this Elon guy has his head in the right place. And so if he's going to be able to protect all of the elites from the oncoming EMP or global superstorm or whatever really is, down the pipeline, then this is a very good way to convince the populace at large that, outer space is real and aliens could come down from outer space and attack us at any time. So, keep reaching for the stars, guys. All right, this has been your daily Top 7 at 7. However, whenever we do miss a show, we try to bring you 2 at a time until we make up for it. So, I am your host, Virtual Kane, and I will see you tonight.